Welcome to the Ghana Research and Innovation Support Programs Coordinating Office. In this instructional video, I'll be taking you step by step through the standard operating procedures developed for the Ghana Innovation and Research Commercialization Center, that's the GIRC Center. Public research institutions, universities, and industries, collectively referred to as institutions, can also utilize these SOPs to improve the quality of their research outcome. This standard operating procedure summarizes the process by which research emanating from an institution will be transformed into marketable products or services for the benefit of the society. The SOP applies to the commercialization of research and/or intellectual property owned either partially, fully, or jointly by an institution. For the purpose of research commercialization for any institution, the Technology Transfer Office (TTO) will be primarily responsible for the process and will make sure to develop the relevant application forms, guidelines, and agreements to facilitate the research commercialization process. But the Programs Coordinating Office will facilitate access to funding support for commercialization purposes. For any research activity to be further developed into marketable products for the benefit of the general public, there must be technology transfer. Please pay closer attention. Research commercialization procedure for the TTO. The research commercialization process follows 4 successive stages and must be adhered to. Welcome to Technology Transfer 101. 1. Disclosure. The TTO will develop a disclosure form to enable employees who are undertaking their own research or in combination with others to disclose any intellectual property (IP) created during their period of employment. The form will include information on the following: the inventors, innovators, or creators involved in the creation of the IP or work, potential applications for the invention, the advantages offered by the invention over existing and/or similar inventions or innovations, technical and/or intellectual contribution made towards the creation of the invention or innovation, obligations to third parties, for example, research funding agreements, material transfer agreements, or collaborative research agreements, and others. Any prior and/or intended publication about the invention or innovation. 2. IP or technology assessment. The PCO will provide guidelines for the establishment of an IP advisory or technology assessment committee to evaluate IP disclosures and/or technologies developed and recommend an appropriate mechanism for its protection and/or commercialization. In making a recommendation to protect and/or commercialize an IP, considerations will be given but not limited to the following: ownership rights to the IP, the commercial viability of the IP, associated costs, that's the cost of obtaining IP protection, commercialization costs, and others, the benefits of the IP to the institution and the society, the risks of commercializing the IP, the expected impact from the utilization of the IP, the possibility of finding investors to provide funding for further development of the technology, the stage of development of the technology, that is, the technology readiness level, 3. IP protection. The TTO will notify the inventor or creator of the recommendation made on the technology or creative work. An institution will take steps to file for the registration or protection of an IP. The PCO may maintain a database of patent attorneys in good standing whose services can be acquired by the TTOs towards the IP protection process. The costs of IP protection will be borne by the institution or investors, as the case may be. 4. Commercialization. The commercialization of an IP may be done through any of the following means: licensing, joint ventureship or partnership, or assignment of the IP. The TTO will develop appropriate guidelines for the distribution of income or royalties for commercialization. The PCO will provide standardized commercialization agreement templates that the institutions may adopt for use. The subsequent diagram depicts the technology commercialization process. And finally, the procedure for reporting. Any attempt at research commercialization will need a report to present essential information to help make informed decisions. For this reason, the below mentioned will be ensured. A. The institutions will submit periodic reports on the number of IP applications, IPs granted, licensed technologies, number of startups, and commercialization revenues to the PCO. In conclusion, the PCO will maintain a statistic of this information in a database, either electronic or otherwise.